You know, being pregnant with a child is a gift from God. And most couples who really want to have a child gets excited whenever they find out that they are pregnant. But in some cases, it can also be an horrific experience. For example, just prior to doing this video, I was reading an article of a young lady who recently gave birth in a Caribbean island, and while giving birth, she lost her life. Now, this is not an isolated incident. This is something that happens very often, as a matter of fact, where a woman is in labor, the child is born, the mother dies, or in some cases, both of them dies. This episode right here that was shared on Unstoppable Live, this mother was talking about how the possibility of her losing her child was so great if she had done what the doctors or nurses told her to do in labor. She was in horrific pain. Nothing was going the way it was supposed to. But yet still she said that the doctors and the nurses just didn't care. And at the end of the recap, you will get to find out what was actually happening and what the doctors and nurses neglected to recognize. Let's take a listen to this episode that was shared on Unstoppable Live.
I get pregnant at I was like 41 and I get pregnant. I have a son before my second pregnancy, and I get pregnant again, excited about my pregnancy, feeling nice, enjoying my pregnancy. I visit my OBGYN nicely. I don't smoke, I don't drink. Everything was going on smooth and nice. Well, I don't miss no appointment for my doctor. I get pregnant with my child, and the 9 months was okay and everything was okay. So, my first pregnancy, I didn't feel any. I carried that child for 9 months in Jamaica, but my second pregnancy in the United States, and when I pregnant with, it's the same thing with that second pregnancy with my first one, but everything was okay, and I went to the hospital, and when I went to the hospital, to the doctor at the OBGYN, the doctor give me a due date, and I said to the doctor, Doc, I don't think I'm gonna have baby the 12th of May. I think I'm gonna have baby early. The doctor said, okay, you have to you're always giving joke. I said, no, I just feel like I'm gonna have baby early and everything. So the doctor did have an emergency. So he said, Rose, by the time I come back, by the time I will be back, you're gonna have baby. I said, nope, I'm gonna have baby before that. Anyway, it did happen. I have baby like the 4th of May, and everything. I went this Sunday now. I was waiting on my son to come from work because me and my son live. Was waiting on my son to come from work. So when my son came home from work, he said, Mommy, what's wrong with you? Oh, you're not eating. I said, I don't feel well and I have to go to the hospital, but I was waiting on you to go by the hospital, but I don't feel, because I didn't have any pain when I have you. So I don't know if the same thing gonna happen to me with this child. So he said, okay, then mommy, I called my friend. My friend came and we went by the hospital. I was in the hospital and went to the part where you're gonna have baby. I went there, didn't feel any way, feel all right, but just not eating. You know, when you're pregnant, your mind start to move, everything start to move in your head, because you know, pregnancy is ups and down. And so when I was there at the hospital, they string me up, everything. I didn't dilate, nothing, nothing. I look same way for the 9 months. I look, I did, I didn't dilate, nothing at all. So they string me up and they give me IV, they give me everything, what they're supposed to do. They put the monitor on my stomach and I hear my baby heartbeat pretty well, pretty nice. And I lay down, relaxing, thinking, talking to my God. So anyway, a nurse came in the room and said, "Wow, you don't see this child pressure is up." Mm. And she were shouting because she upset. Anyway, I still didn't pay it no mind or nothing. I lay down and I relaxing and I hear the baby heartbeat pounding, sounding just like when I go to the OBGYN. It's the same thing. Because the doctor always make I listen to the baby heartbeat. And the same way the baby heartbeat sound nice and I relax. So they said my pressure up. The lady was said, "Oh my God, this lady pressure is so high." And I was in the hospital still there looking because my OBGYN doctor wasn't there because he was on vacation. So you know you're gonna get a different doctor looking about you. And that is gonna be like not nice because you're used to your OBGYN doctor. So it's a different doctors and nurse gonna look at you at that time. So I been there, my friend on the phone talking to my friend them, and my friends come and look for me and everything in the hospital, and I'm talking, but everything baby heartbeat was sounding pretty well. Anyway, I was still there. They still giving me IV, giving me drip, everything for the pressure to go down and everything. The pressure didn't went down, didn't went down. It was still lingering same way. The baby still heartbeat still sound good. The pressure was still not going down, and everybody was talking. But if when you ask question, they don't want to answer you. They don't. In experience in America, some people might experience it different. Some people experience nice and some ups and down. But in America, like when you ask question, like they answer you sometime, but like they don't want to answer you. And then through you speak like you're not from here. So if they feel like said you're from another country because your sound, your accent are different. So anyway, I still deal with them in the hospital, still dealing with them. You have different doctor come and like this change shift. So you don't have a personal doctor because my doctor is not there. So you're gonna see different doctor come in and out. So when this doctor he's Jamaican. So he came in the room and he said to me that I I soon have baby. And I said to him, but they said my pressure is up. But they said, oh, you soon have baby, but soon my age water don't burst as yet. But he said I soon have baby. So and the baby still not dilate, come like in Jamaica, like when your belly drop, they say we belly drop, right? That still don't happen. So anyway, we the doctor said, I'm going home now. You're gonna have another doctor gonna come take over my shift. And I said, okay then. And the doctor leave, another doctor came, she came in, nurse came in. My pressure still not going down. No matter what they do, my pressure still not going down. My pressure still up. Really, really up. really high, and then my head was pounding me like crazy, like somebody was beating me literally in my head. But I was praying in my mind. I said, Lord, help me. My pressure, everything they do, it's still gonna go down. They do everything, it's still gonna go down. So anyway, the nurses them around me, everybody came in whispering, everybody whispering, and I still looking at them, and I said, what's wrong? Nobody's still not answering me. So my pressure, all them was penny like thinking about is my pressure to go down, is my pressure to go down, but nobody not paying attention to the baby. So in my stomach, nobody, just the pressure. So they pump good amount of medication for the pressure to go down. So I'm still there, still in the hospital, still there. And my friend they came by and I talk, but I'm so afraid. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm still being thinking every that you think a lot there lying down on the bed. And then first of all, when you don't have no family and you have friends but not really deep friends. I have friends but not deep friends because my friends are in Jamaica, my best friends, and I have friends here, but when people change. So I was there. Sometimes the nurse them come in, like the little trainee nurse them came in, and you will talk and laugh. But even if you ask them question, they're not answering. Because you know that the hospital have camera, everybody listening and everybody watching. So you just have to just know what to do. So anyway, um the RN nurse, came in the room and they said they're gonna dilate me and everything. And I said to myself, okay then, and they're gonna come in and do that. So anyway, they put what they're supposed to put, and they said, okay, this gonna stay till a couple hours. Then we want to know what to do after. So I said, okay. So when they came back, I still don't dilate. They still put up the time my head is pounding and not eating. They didn't give me anything to eat because they give me IV. They don't give me nothing to eat. My head still pounding. Then my body's now started to get really weak. I can feel it. My body just get weak, like I don't have no strength. No strength. So anyway, I'm still there laying down. The baby heartbeats still sound very good. And still, but even when they said my pressure is up really, really high, me still not considering my pressure. That me still not thinking about my pressure. I was just thinking about the baby. So they came back again in the room and they said I'm not dilating again, and they have me on the bed. So they start to do what they do. And when they're there now doing what they're doing now, they 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 said, okay, we're gonna try this one now and see if it's gonna work. And we put another pill if it dilate again. And I said they're gonna come back. I said, okay. I'm in the room, laying down. Still my head still pounding me, still pounding, still pounding. My body getting so weak, still pounding. So my the trainee nurses they came in the room and they checked the pressure. Pressure still not going down, still up, still pounding. And everybody started to, the doctor came in now and everybody started said, oh my God, this pressure, our pressure is not going down. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
So I lay down on the bed and I'm still worrying on the baby. Now the baby heartbeat change. The baby heartbeat change now. Nobody still not penning on the baby heartbeat. Just my pressure. Just my pressure.
So they wasn't
So anyway,
concerned about the baby at all?
no, it's just my pressure. So I lie down there and just hear the baby heartbeat like boop, 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 boop. I said something wrong. Cause the heartbeat don't sound the same no more. But my pressure was up so much that my body get weak now, and then the doctor came in now like about 12, and they are a nurse and the trainee them with them, they came in and they started to test me and everything again, and the baby heartbeat still, nobody not saying nothing, they just talking about my pressure. So anyway, when we them there now, and she said they said, okay, we're gonna look if it dilate again. They're looking now, and then they said they're gonna burst the edge water, and they were holding me down and fighting me, like they're fighting like to get something up there, and I started to cry out. And I said, oh my God, this is so painful. And then even when they're gonna try, it didn't work. And I said, no. Anyway, I said, no, I feel a lot of pain. I'm feeling a lot of pain. And I started to shout. Now I said, not even when I was having my child, my first child, I didn't feel no pain. And they said that was so long. And I said, I still can remember it. So although it's so long, I still can remember. Anyway, they said, they stand up now. My head is still pounding. So she were like there standing, and then the RN nurse and the doctor, and then they said, the doctor said I'm wasting her time. And then I said to them with a hunger, then the baby heartbeat still pounding, don't sound normal. So I said to them, just cut me and take out my child. Just do that. And they said, they stand up and they look at me, like just standing up looking at me. And then we should just walk away. When I said, she said, okay, that will like it happen like about maybe 1 or 2. And then she said, I will come and pick you up 8 o'clock. I said, okay, thank you. Anyway, she gone. The nurse was in there, and it's a lady nurse and a man was in there, 2 nurse. And the lady nurse turned to me now and said, I'm wasting time. And I said to her, you have to push with your brain. Honestly, when I tell people that come to Jamaica, like I'm telling people, and then said, what you tell them? I said, I have to push with your brain. I said, with your brain and your mouth. I said, trust me, I was thinking, but all I'm thinking is just to save my child. Just to save my child. That's all I was thinking. So anyway, when they came, she were in there and said, the nurse now, the RN nurse now was saying like, prepping me, like saying, you're going to feel a lot of pain. And I said, and I just keep on saying, and anyway, she realized, said, I'm rude now. I'm getting rude. I said, and I'm just not listening to nobody. Because when the doctor said, I have to push her. And funny enough, ladies who trying to have a child, funny enough, listen to your instinct. Just listen to what inside of you in your guts. Because remember that when I said you have to listen to the doctor, anybody not said you have to listen to what the doctor say now, if survive. And I didn't listen. I didn't listen to her. So I said, just cut me and take out my child. So anyway, when they came back and my head still pounding and they still giving me more whatever in the IV and my head still pounding, baby heartbeat was like when you know, like when you're the donkey go up the hill and the donkey coming and then you run up the hill and call you boop, 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 boop. And when my friend, she came in and I said to her, I said, she said, that's what you want? And I said to my friend, yes, yes. And he said, why you always come up with something like that? And I said, I have to follow my mind. I know I'm not at that time, tell you the truth, and separate, I me alone live on my son. My son was 18. So I didn't have nobody like, when you get C-section, like when you come home, nobody to help
To
you.
help you out, right?
But I said, I have Jesus. I didn't have nobody to help me. So anyway, when they came in, the doctor them came in the room and string me up and carry me to theater. Rotted. If the hospital didn't catch a fire, I couldn't run. I literally, I know I see them, but my body is so weak. I get so weak, literally weak. And my head is like pounding. That headache is, I don't want my enemy to have that headache, honestly. Anyway,
And at that point,
they did.
nobody still knew what was wrong with you, right?
No, no, no.
Even you at that time was still clueless as to what was going on.
Yeah, even one time, even when I was there, I was saying something wrong. All I was just thinking about something wrong with the baby because the baby heartbeat. Even when my pressure was up, I still don't think that it was so serious though. Because even when I was pregnant, I didn't have no pressure for the 9 months. I didn't have no pressure. Everything was okay. But that time time now to give birth, that time my pressure go up. So anyway, they came for me in the room and they started trying me go to theater now. They come and they clean me up, try to clean me up and try, but I couldn't move, nothing. I was just lying down, shut my eyes and just listening to the baby, and I said, God, something wrong with that's all in my mind. Something wrong with my baby. Something wrong with my baby. Something wrong with my baby. But I didn't know that something wrong with me too. So it's something wrong with my baby. Anyway, we went in the theater and everybody was in there. I see everybody. My girlfriend I said, let she come. I'm a single mom. That is another story. And anyway, I was in there and they put me over on the other table and they said I supposed to get up now for them put the anesthesia in my back. I couldn't get up. They have to hold me up and tilt me over. They said to me, don't move. You're gonna be a tingling. Don't move. Don't jump. And all I did have just strength in my mouth, but not strength in my body, nowhere. So they put me back down to lie down. And when they put me back down to lie down now, I can't see nobody. My friend was standing. She was getting her afraid because she's so coward. And all I was standing there and she's standing there and I look at her. I turn, my head could turn. I turn and I look at her. And I started to say, Jesus, you are in control right now. But I'm a strong believer in God. And everywhere I stand, I say, you are in control right now, Almighty God. And this Satan said, how you feel? And I said, my head is pounding me. So when I lay down and I feel like I want to puke. So I said, I want to puke. So they give me this stuff in my hand to put in my mouth. And I hold it, but I didn't have the strength to hold it in my mouth. I just have to catch it in my mouth like when you go dentist and you have the suck, I just catch it in my mouth and let go my hand because I didn't have no strength to hold it in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So they were there um fixing up the stuff them take out the baby, and they were waiting on the doctor to come in, and they were fixing up everything, and then I was lying there. So they start to cut me now. So immediately when they cut me now and take out my child, I still say something wrong with my baby, something wrong with my baby, something wrong with, and I just keep on that topic until now. Nobody don't talk to me. Nobody don't say nothing to me. And my friend says, she said something is wrong with my baby. And I just started to pray. A baby not crying like normal baby. And I started to pray. And then I said, that's when they take out the baby, that time I could lift up heaven and mountain. My head stopped hurt me instant. I could get up off of the table and lick down everybody, 'cause I feel strength. I feel so much power. And although I saying something wrong with my child, nobody, even though I don't know how many centimeters is my child, how long she was. They said it was 6, and they're supposed to continue 6 and something. They not even continue. And when they have the baby over there, say something wrong, nobody don't come over and said, Mom, this was happened and this was happened. Nobody not talking to me. Mm-hmm. So I lay down there, and I just see everybody doctors start to move so fast, and nurses just start to twist. And I'm still singing, and I'm still praying, and I say, thank you, Jesus. And I'm still laying down there praying, and I'm still there. Nobody not talking to me. I still don't hold my baby. Still don't hold her. They have her over there. And they're calling doctor now, calling doctors from the hospital, like what happened, they cannot manage it, and they're still not talking to me, and I'm still laying there, and I still praying, and I'm not asking, because nobody not talking to me, so all I have to do is just keep on praying. Mm-hmm. And upon thank you Jesus, and I'm still calling upon Jesus. So my friend said to me, how is your head? I said, my head stop. Cause even though I tell my friend, said, if the baby come out, my head will stop. They said, oh, you know that. I said, my head gonna stop. I just have that feeling. And I don't know if my pressure did went down, but my head did stop. Anyway, they stitch me up, and they take me out of the room, and they carry me to my room, and I still don't see the baby yet. And I lay in there, and I said, I'm thirsty. And this nurse was giving me ice and feeding me water. And I said, I can hold it for myself. She said, no. I said, I want to get up. And they said, no. If you get up, you're going to fall. I said, no, I just want to sit up. I just want to know what's going on. And she said, they're calling doctors to come for the baby. And I said, what's wrong? Nobody's still not telling me nothing. Nobody not telling me anything.
All right,
I was just looking.
Before you continue into what happened after that, we're at the 30-minute mark. I'm going to give you a water break, and I'm going to take that same time and pay the credits. I'll be back with you in a few seconds, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, so viewers, welcome to everybody who is here. Welcome to all the pretty ladies with big foot. Welcome. Inside joke. Anyway. Welcome to everybody who is here right now. If tonight is your first time here and you have not yet shared, please share on Facebook. By the way, big up on yourself. Me see where everybody over there on Facebook just share out the stream, and Facebook numbers jumping tonight. So continue sharing. You're doing good over there on Facebook. All right. Welcome everybody. Jump in the comment section if you're new and say you're new, and let all the regulars welcome you to the Unstoppable family. I want to say thank you to everybody who has contributed to the program tonight. All right. So far, I want to say thank you to Christine for contributing via Cash App. Lovely's Boutique, thank you so much for your Cash App contribution. Roxanne, thank you so much for your contribution. And also over there on Zelle, I want to say thank you to June Gerald for sending in a Zelle contribution. And Romian, thank you so much for your Zelle. Flavia Austin, thank you so much for your Zelle contribution. And also on Super Chat over here on YouTube, thank you so much for your Zelle contribution to your Cash App, your Super Chat contribution tonight, Flavia. Thank you. And also, remember, people, tonight's program is brought to you by none other than Inner Circle Loans. They are located in Nassau, Bahamas. So if you're located in the Bahamas and you need some quick cash, remember you can reach out to Inner Circle Loans and they will get you cash in a hurry. The number to contact them is 1242 814 5626. That's 242-814-5626. Contact Inner Circle Loans and get cash in a hurry. All right. So with that said, let's get back to the program. Carla, you ready for me again?
Yes.
All right. So you said nobody still never tell you what happened. Nobody is basically like them themselves never even know what did I go on with you, eh?
Right. Yeah.
All right. Continue.
So when I went back in the room and a doctor came and take my child, and the doctor was on his way home and he get a call, said like emergency at the hospital, and he came back, he turned around like a God himself tell that man to turn around, and he came for my child, and the ambulance and everything was taking her out. And I said to the nurse, I said, I want to see her before she leaves. So anyway, I get up and I look at her, and the doctor come over and said, I'm doctor whatever, and I'm gonna take care of your child. And I said, I know. And I said, thank you. And he said, welcome. And he shake my hands and he leave. And all know they're not even telling me nothing, still not talking. So anyway, my child is transferred to the other hospital. I feel so much strength now. I feel much better, but my pressure still up, but not high like that portion, that overboard. And my head stopped hurt me instant. Like I have strength, I could talk and I could do everything now. And everybody said to what they have to do, and everybody leave me in the room. And I was there with my friend, and she were talking, and I said to Linda, Jesus Christ, my baby gone to a different hospital. But I know that God is in control, and my baby gonna be good. And my friend said, well, you know. I said, my baby gonna be okay. Anyway, my baby went to the hospital, and I did not call the hospital. They give me a number that I could call because they put everything on my hand that I could call, number, the hospital number, the extension, where the baby is, where this is, where that is. And I never call. And then they called me and they said to me, why? And I said, my baby's okay. I know my baby's okay. And the nurse
Pumpkin wants to know why you didn't question the doctors and ask them what was wrong. Why she wants to know why you didn't.
I questioned them and they're not answering me. You question them and they're not answering me. Even now with my child sick now, and even if I go to doctor and I start to ask a lot of questions, they keep on asking me who telling me these questions. Like I ask them. They're not answering me. The doctor, I'm matter of fact, the doctor who caught me, and I did see her. She gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because she is not the only person I could question if it's the OBGYN who did look about me. Because they didn't know what's wrong. So anyway, when they came in the room back in the morning now, I didn't ask them no question. I just want to get out. So they said, I'm not going to come out until my pressure come back down. So when I say to them, I want to go home, they said that you're not going to go home until my pressure go down. And I said to them, if I go home, my pressure will go down. So I spend like 4 days and it still wouldn't go down. It still wouldn't move a bit. And my baby is still at the other hospital and I'm still there. So when I still there and they said, okay, you have to do this and this before you leave. And I said to them, the nurse there was getting really upset and said I don't use to go to the bathroom to do pass my stool. And I said to them, I have to eat, nothing not in my stomach. So what must I do? I can't go to the bathroom. So the doctor who cut me now came in the room and said, yes, she's right. She didn't get anything to eat. And then they go and get something for me, and then I call they said what I want, and I hospital food me no want. So I call my friend who have a restaurant like next door, and then he carry up stuff for me, and I eat and I get to go to the bathroom, and they said the doctor have to come and give me discharge. I said no problem. So they have to stay another day. So even when the doctor them came in, the trainee nurses them, the one them with them teaching practical, some of them came in and said to me, you know that I thought you were dead. And when I hear you talk, cause when I see you coming, I said, whoa shit, this person dead. But when I hear you talk, I realize that you is alive, and I laugh. So
But you
when
knew which hospital they took the baby to? They gave you
yeah,
at least that information they
yeah,
gave you, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah, I know the hospital. So when the nurse they came and they said, "Oh my God, I thought you died." So when I still there, they're still giving me like some medication. Like when I take it, the medication let me get weak and dizzy. So this other guy came in, this nurse, and I said to him, "Why he sound like Jamaican?" But he's not Jamaican because he said he's hung around Jamaican, so he tried to speak their language. So I said to him, "Why when they give me this painkiller? Why it's so strong?" He said, "Each time you take it, don't come off of the bed because you can fall." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Okay," and I lay down. So even that they're not telling me what's wrong with the baby because they didn't know what's wrong with the baby. Because when I have my child there, they're even telling me that that is not a baby hospital. So that is a problem. They don't know what they're doing. That's all they do down there is just do what they want to do. So I said, shit, why you guys didn't tell me? Make I go to a different hospital, but I didn't know. I thought through every time you're there in Jamaica, people said, "Oh, America doctor them is good and the hospital them is good." Some. So that was in my head. Said I'm gonna get best treatment for myself. So the people them, the OBGYN nurse them came inside of the ward and they were saying, "What's wrong? What's wrong with you?" I said, "I don't know. Why your pressure was so hot? Because you come to clinic all the time and your pressure, travel with pressure." So we didn't. I said, "I don't know. I don't know." So when I came to Jamaica.
You don't have to name the
I,
hospital, but what state this was happening in?
what's in Albany, New York.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So when I get out and I went for my baby they had a hospital, they said I can come for her because she don't go spend 4 days. When I went over there and everybody started to greet me and a nurse came up to me and said, "You're so lucky, you're nearly dead. Your child nearly dead too." I still didn't ask them what's wrong with the baby because I was so excited that she's alive. I didn't ask what's wrong. Believe you me, I'm so excited that she's alive. That's all in my brain. And then said, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "I don't know." And they carry me into a room and they start to question me. They start to question me about the pregnancy. And I said, "The pregnancy was good. I didn't have no pressure." And they said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "I don't know." That's all I can say. "I don't know. 'Cause I don't drink. I don't smoke." I said, "I don't know." So and they, they when you go for the baby, they're gonna talk to you, tell you take care of the baby, and I was listening, and they said wash your hand, and we Jamaican typical, we always wash our hand and everything, and I carry her home, and everything was okay when I carry her home and everything. Oh shit, unsteppable, 20 days old, the baby takes sick again. Even when I carry her home, she were just crying, 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 and gripe crying, you can know, gripe crying. She never hungry. And I said, shit, why this baby keep on crying? She cries straight, non-stop. And I said, something wrong with her. I still carry her back down to the hospital where I give birth. And I have her on the bed. And the nurse, all the nurse was say, oh, you come down slim. You look good. I said, okay, the baby is sick. I don't come here to look at myself right now. The baby, something wrong with the baby. So anyway, they have in the room, and then this nurse started to take the baby blood now and stretch her hand. She's so strong. So the baby, you can't stretch. The baby was like crying, but the baby still not holding out her hand, like, but the nurse a fight to stretch out her hand. So I just take the nurse hand off of the baby and say, no, leave her. Because right now you have to wait till she calm down, because you're not gonna tell me, you're not gonna break her hand right now and tell me sorry. And then they go for another nurse, and the nurse then came and take the baby blood. And the doctor, a hiring nurse, came in again and said, nothing no wrong with the baby. She's moving and she's making noise. Nothing no wrong with the baby. It's okay. I said to her, do you know that when baby's sick, they still make noise and still playing? And she said, oh, I have 7 babies. And when I was gonna give her my friggin' tongue, she walked away. The doctor came back in the room and said, okay, mother, you have to go home with the baby. We then draw the blood and said they're gonna take tests. 3 days, they call and said the baby have urine infection. 3 days they take. I said, shoot. After they said I have to carry her to a doctor, and I carry her to a primary doctor, everything, and they check her and everything, and they draw more blood again and unstoppable and everything. When me come home again, we couldn't get the medication because she was 20 days old. They didn't have any at the pharmacies them where I live. Nothing. They said the person who to mix it is not there. And then she's so young to take medicine by mouth. Anyway, me still have her home. I called the doctor in the morning and I said, Doctor, send me the reception. He said, oh, she are in meeting and they can't talk to you right now. I said, really? Nobody not gonna talk to me right now? And my baby still crying and in pain. So okay.
So
okay,
they gave you
okay,
the baby.
ma'am.
They gave you the baby as if
To
everything
carry
was
on.
okay with the baby.
When she born, yes. When I go for her back at the hospital and said everything was okay, then she having tube in her nose and everything. She was string up. And then them treat her and then they send her home, but she end up back in the hospital again. The infection. And this hospital now, when I went back there, the same hospital when nearly killed me and her. When I went back there now,
well, everybody in the comment section is asking right now why you went back to the CM hospital if you had such a bad experience.
Yeah, the reason why I went back there, I need to get the ambulance carry me to the other hospital. So when I went back there now, I said to them, I need an ambulance to transfer me. They were so mad. I said, no, I need an ambulance to transfer me now. They said, okay. They called the hospital. The hospital said, yes, they have to send her back over here. And they carry me back over there. And I go on the ward, and the doctor was saying the same thing again. She's so lucky, mother. She's a lucky child. I said, she's not lucky. She's blessed because the person who I am, determined. Don't listen. I listen about when time my God said I have to do this. I do it. I did it. So she spent days, like, I don't remember what days she spent by the hospital. I don't remember. Right now my brain is like shattered with her. Thank God she's alive. And when I went to Jamaica now, when I went to Jamaica, I normally get my normal checkup before I come up back. And I went and I was talking to my doctor. And the doctor looked at me and said, Rose, you have pre-cramp here. I said,
Preeclampsia.
what? And she said, she's sitting down looking at me and he said, Rose, you could die. And I said to the doctor, oh, shoot. So that means that if I did follow what the doctor said, I have to push. He said, yes, you would die, or the baby would die, both of you guys, if you did push, because as you are telling me right now, your head and everything, yes.
Well, there you have it, family. You find out exactly what was going on with this mother, right? Preeclampsia. Preeclampsia is a very, very, very serious thing. And I'll have you know this, that after this episode aired on Unstoppable Live, plenty women reached out to me and said, Unstoppable, listen, I can relate to what this mother is talking about because I suffer from preeclampsia as well. And it's sad that the doctors in the States did not discover that situation, and she had to go to Jamaica to find out that preeclampsia was the issue. It's a very serious thing, and not much persons even know about preeclampsia. That's the sad thing, because even after, like I said, this show was aired and many women reached out, I had other episodes where persons shared their preeclampsia story, and many persons was in the comment section asking, what is preeclampsia? Ladies, if you are looking to get pregnant, do some research on preeclampsia, educate yourself on it and find out more about preeclampsia. All right. Also, remember, click the link in the description. It will take you on over to the live channel where you can watch and listen to stories like these once we go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and you can actually be there to participate in the comment section and call in, give your views, your take, your opinions. Also, remember to hit the subscribe button right here on the recap channel, and if you're watching on Facebook, hit that follow button as well. It will be appreciated. All right, until the next Unstoppable recap, stay strong, stay motivated, but most of all, remain unstoppable.
Unstoppable.